What's up, man? My name is Bruce.
Kyle.
Kyle, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
How old are you, Kyle?
I am 31.
31?
Yep.
Man, how long have you been on the street?
We're talking about a month.
How you spell it?
K-Y-L-E.
K-Y-L-E. You're 35?
Yep. 31.
Oh, sorry, 31.
Yep.
Okay, where you from, Kyle?
I am actually from Guerneville.
Guerneville.
Yep.
Okay, what do you do? What, tell me about your family.
My family's still married. Mom and dad's still married.
Uh-huh.
Got two brothers.
Uh-huh.
Household of 3, white picket fence. My mom and dad are still married.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's the gist of it.
Okay, tell me about mom.
Mom is an alcoholic. My dad started off sweeping floors at the age of 18, and now he makes over $250,000 at the same company. So he lives the American dream.
Okay. So dad worked a lot. I'm talking about when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, dad worked a lot.
And you were left home with mom?
Yep. My mom was my mom and my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about mom then. Was she you said she was an alcoholic. Was she mean to you?
Nope.
She wasn't mean to you?
Nope, my mom was my best friend up until I was a teenager when I watched her progress into alcoholism.
Okay. When did she become a full-blown alcoholic? How old were you?
I was 16 years old. I came home off the bus after getting fucked with all day at school.
Uh-huh.
Had wrestling practice, and I came home and she had a wrist slit.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. You said you were 16?
Yep.
And you remember how that made you feel at that time?
Yeah, like I lost my best friend because, well, I didn't feel like I lost my best friend, but just felt, I don't know.
So you came home and
shocker,
she was all like cut up, and you basically rescued her, or?
No, I had to bandage her wounds and not tell my dad.
Oh, she made you hold the secret.
Yep.
And how did that make you feel?
Shit, like anyone could guess. Made me feel like my feelings were kind of invalidated, but I moved past it, you know?
Well, you like to think you did, right? Because I mean,
there's a lot more to my own story.
Yeah.
I take accountability for a lot of my problems.
Well, that's a good thing. Tell me, how'd you do in school?
Well, I mainly got an average grade because, like I said, wrestling was my life. I went to state 3 years out of my 4 years, and I won gold every time at NCS. State of California, 162 weight class. I won gold.
Nice.
So it was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So then what happened? When did your life start to go left?
My life started to go left when I was 19 years old. Mind you, I'd never even tried any drugs, drinks, nothing like that. Which is the biggest part of my story is I'm not a bad. I don't like to think I'm a bad person, but I like to think that I have bad habits. But I was 19 and I just graduated, and I kind of realized that, hey, you know, my mom at get-togethers, my mom seems to have a great time drinking. So first time I ever had any mind-altering chemical was 19.
You started drinking at 19?
Yeah.
Okay, but your mom didn't have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Like you came home at 16 and she was drunk trying to kill herself. So
yeah, I didn't. Again,
you kind of put that behind you.
Well, I wasn't experienced, right? So I thought, well, maybe she's just having a bad day.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh, you didn't put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah.
Oh, I follow you. Okay.
So I was, you know.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So then what happens? So you drank and you just fall in love with it, or?
I drank it. I was like, I want to feel like this for the rest of my life.
Okay. So what happens?
So that ends up happening, and you know, 19, and I have a good job. I'm actually doing IT consulting. At the time, I was making $80,000 a year, and this was like 2011. So I was doing good.
For an IT company.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a girlfriend, or you have your own place, or what's going on? Where
well,
you
I had my own place. I had a girlfriend. I didn't have a kid at the time. The wife story comes along the road. But yeah, so I ended up doing that, and things slowly start to progressively get worse. You know, at the age of 23, I tried pot for the first time. I'm like, oh wow, this is like cool too, because you can mix the two and you don't get all weird. And but yeah, like things just I start losing things, just slowly, just start losing things.
Is there a moment there where you're like, man, this is getting too heavy for me, man? I'm starting to drink too much.
No. Because I'm like, well, I was a good teenager, so that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Or I'm a teenager, so I can justify that now. So I justified my actions of being a good teenager as to, well, I can have fun now. Because I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
Okay. So what happens in your life? So you're 23. You're drinking a lot.
Yep.
And you're obviously not with your girlfriend anymore. And
I'm 23. I'm drinking a lot. I'm not with my girlfriend, but I'm with. At this point, would have been my son's mom. You know, me and my son's mom go back to high school. We were prom king and queen. We were in the yearbook as couple of the year, twice in a row. She's my first everything. And that includes virginity, you know? And so we got back together, and first time I get back together with her, I have a kid. So I'm thinking, oh wow, well, this thing happened, and now my mom and dad always wanted to be grandma and grandpa. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like I justified it more. I justified my problems more. So anyway, ended up having my kid, and you know, I was drunk when he was born. But
you hold a lot of guilt for that.
No, I hold a lot of guilt for cleaning up later on in my life, to the point where he started calling me dad, because he only knew me as Kyle for a long time. And I guess the biggest problem that I have today is, dude, if I'm on the streets, like, tell me why it is that it's easier to get harder drugs than it is to go buy some alcohol because you don't have an ID. Or why is it that you can house someone and you can give them all the money in the world, but that's only an enablement, right? Like, the only problem I have is like we talk about rehabilitation. Like, that is hard to find without it looking like a glorified homeless shelter. I don't know if you've ever heard of Orenda, which is a detox place. That is a glorified homeless shelter.
Okay. Tell me about that.
I've been there like twice. I've been there twice, but like, just every time I've ever been there, like, people are doing drugs in there.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, what the fuck?
Right. Defeats the purpose. Okay. So what happens? Tell me more. Let's move on.
Move on. You know.
So you're with your girl. You met you have your baby.
Yeah. So move on. Have my son. And she leaves me because, you know, she's smart, she's a great mom, and she sensed that things weren't changing. So, you know, I don't know, I have a problem with addiction, but I've yet to find a solution to the problem without like having some sort of great insurance to cover it, you know? So, I mean, our government healthcare, which I'm not really for. I like less government, more freedom, but I have yet to find a solution to that problem. So
everyone's
like,
so you're telling me that you'd be willing to get some help, but you can't afford or get into a decent program because of your insurance.
I'd be willing to get some help if it was actually helpful, because I've tried all the county-oriented places, you know?
Right.
The closest thing that's ever saved me, and I'm eating from 19, 31 now, longest period I've had is 6 months of sobriety, was Salvation Army, adult rehabilitation center that closed in Linton.
Okay. So I want to hold on to this moment right here. We're going to come back to this because I may have some solutions for you. But continue on telling me what happens in your life, so we get an understanding of how you've ended up here. You said you've been on the street, for a little over a month now.
Yeah.
And but there's been a build up to this. So can you tell me about the build up and what are some of the struggles that you're facing right now, and tell me, associate some feelings with those for me.
The only thing I really have at the moment is just I don't know, I guess the saying would be killing loneliness. It's pretty lonely out here, dude.
Lonely?
Like, very lonely. Very lonely. It just seems like I wake up and there's nothing else to do but continue to feed my addiction. Like everyone says, get a job and blah, blah, blah. I've done that so many times. It just seems like the job thing fuels my addiction. Like I don't know. I don't really ever feel like I fit in this planet, in this realm, in this place. And I don't know what came first with a lot of people, and I can kind of speak for myself. I don't know what came first, like the mental health or the homelessness, because when I became homeless, that's when I started noticing like mental health problems. So
what kind of mental health problems are you suffering from?
Well, I had my first psychosis the other day. Hearing things like the birds, the way they chirp, it's almost like they talk to you. It's weird. Or just things like that. It's really weird.
Do you feel like wow,
what a gentleman.
Do you feel like you need medication, or do you take medication?
No, I don't feel like I need that. Because again, like,
are you on like any kind of meth or anything to hear these?
So yeah, so I started doing meth when I was 30, right? And I'm 31 now. And I started doing that just because in today's economy you have to work a lot. So I don't know, drinking makes you tired.
Right.
So like it kind of had to even kill, balance it out. So I started doing meth, and that actually, to be honest with you, that helped. It helped a lot. The problem is society views that as a negative, right? And I don't know, when I was in high school, I took Adderall, and I'm usually prescribed Adderall, but even like places like, I don't know, government, if you're on Medi-Cal, it is hard to get any sort of substance that's like controlled, right? So I just found it easier to just go on the street and look for meth, because it alleviates my ADHD.
So you feel like the meth is helping you?
Yeah, okay. It actually has a lot.
Okay.
I don't like, I don't do meth and then just want to go like fucking rob someone, or like, I don't do meth and like glorify the fact that I just did fucking,
Do you want to get off these streets?
Yeah.
What do you think the solution is to that? Like what can we do to get you some help?
Well, see, I don't know the answer to that, but what I know the answer, in just my opinion, is instead of housing people and instead of funding things to like get rid of your eyesores, right? Because now we call it unhoused, not homeless.
Right.
How about create a society that people want to participate in?
Right.
Just my opinion.
Right. Do you think you've never had any mental health problems until you started doing the meth, correct?
I never had any mental health problems until well, to be honest with you, I've never actually had any symptoms until I became homeless. I watched a stepfather, stepdaughter, and her boyfriend live together, and the boyfriend pimped his own girlfriend to the stepdad.
That's disgusting.
Like, so when you witness that kind of stuff, like, what do you think it does to your fucking psyche?
Mm-hmm. Are you a spiritual person?
I believe that there's a power greater than me, and I believe that I don't believe that there's one shoe fits all.
Right. Right.
That answers your question.
It does answer my question. I don't know. I just feel like
I don't believe we're all righteous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I believe that whatever form of spirituality is there to help all of us unrighteous, but I don't know if I would, you know, term it this or term it that.
Right.
I don't believe there's a term for it.
Right.
But I believe in spirituality.
Good. Okay. Who were your role models growing up?
My role models growing up was my mom.
Your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom. You loved your mom a lot.
Yep, but I've lost her. You know?
She died, or she just is done with you?
Well, I don't know her anymore.
What do you mean? She's
alcoholism.
She's bad. She's real bad.
Yep.
And do you feel like you're following in her footsteps, or?
Nope. But I almost feel like a waste.
You feel like a waste. You're not a waste, man. You know that? There's a chance. You got a chance out here, man. I feel like you know, you need to talk to God about what's going on with your life and get it together and get it serious. You know, you seem like a very smart person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're highly intelligent. You're not stupid. You're an able-bodied person. You just got some issues, just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The problem is like, again, I just don't. You know, not every program's gonna fit everything, and beggars can't be choosers. But I've got to see this county fucking fund something to fix that problem.
Right. Well, there's other counties. There's other programs outside of this county. What would you say? I know a really great facility in San Francisco. It's really long. It's a 2-year program.
Delancey Street?
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
You've heard about Delancey Street?
I heard it's very strict, and I like that structure.
I'm a graduate from there. I spent a long time there, and I know a lot of people from there. And I could get you a ride down there, get you an interview like immediately if you'd be willing to do that.
Yep. Where do you want me to meet?
Well, let me make a few phone calls, and then I'll have you we'll get you picked up. Where are you at exactly?
Behind Home Depot.
You're behind Home Depot? Do you have a tent and all that stuff?
Nope.
You're just on willy-nilly on the street?
Behind the bushes in Home Depot.
Uh-huh.
Last fire hydrant before you hit Walmart.
Okay.
Behind the bushes.
Okay. All right, Kyle. I'm gonna make a few phone calls and see if I can't get you down there today. You'd be willing to go? Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Kyle a ride that day, and I wasn't able to take him myself. So, and I gave him my phone number to call me later on that evening, and he never called me back. I will try to go behind the Home Depot and see what I can do and see if I can help him. If you guys got any suggestions for me, please reach out. Also, please, you guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, the GoFundMe page is gonna flash. Get a pen, write it down. I'd also like to bring up that we're starting a fundraiser, not a fundraiser, but a charity drive. We're trying to get people to donate camping equipment to us, specifically tents, maybe some clothes, the essentials, man. Soap, socks are important, underwear is important. But camping stuff would be great, specifically tents. Some little, whatever, whatever you got laying around the house, please contact me. You can contact me at spiritualwarriors241@outlook.com. That's my email. You could call me at 707-860-1940 directly. And that's it, man. You can message me on Messenger. You can friend request me on Facebook. Bruce Doran from Rohnert Park, California. And that's where we're at, guys. So please, but more than anything, go to the GoFundMe page. Open your hearts, open your wallets, and donate to us, man. Thank you. Peace be with you, and God bless you.
Yeah. It's only by your power. It's only by your spirit, God, that I'm able to look up at this mountain and say, behold the beauty of the Lord, the splendor of Christ, the beauty of Christ. Never let our circumstances or our situations turn our hearts away from you, King Jesus. I'm looking at this mountain, I wonder, Lord, if you're right here, will you help me climb? Yeah, looking at this mountain, I wonder, Lord, if you're right here, will you help me climb? Yeah, let me hear that sound, Lord. Take me down slow. Help me with my unbelief. Yeah. Help me to see how you see. Yeah. Man, it broke me down. I seen my pops cry last night. I was lost for words. Lord, I pray you help me this way, this building. I'm so concerned. Take a look around. I see my people drown. They looking for hope, but they neglect the one that brings them guidance. Look at the family, look at the ministry, look at the place that God has brought me to. But what do you do whenever these stars don't get up off of you? There is no love, there is no power, there is no good in you. What do you do whenever these voices keep on pushing you? Spending more time with you, yeah. Gotta lay down my life for this. Praying only when I need it. I can't be alright with this. I'ma keep praising you, Lord. Get rid of all these idols here. I'ma give you my all, cause you're the one who put this life in here, Lord. Help me climb up. Sometimes the mountain looks so high up, but your word says that you will be right here with me all the days of my life, the days of my